Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Tyler and I'm here back again with Let's Play World of Warcraft Project Ascension. This is episode 20 and I'm here at Baron's Peril, and if you guys don't know where that is, it is located within the Silverpine Forest just on the outskirts of Hillsbrad Foothills. I can show you on the map right here, just kind of southwestish of Ambermill. I'm only here for one quest, and one quest only, and that is Baron's Peril. And I'm only doing this quest that I picked up as I was running from the Sepulchre over to the Hillsbrad Foothills because I don't have the flight path there yet. So I had to make my way from Brill to the Sepulchre in Silverpine, and then I was going to continue over to the Hillsbrad Foothills when I stopped and picked up this quest because it gives us a reward of the Wand of Decay. And I'm actually, really interested in picking this up as a wand so I can use it as sort of a ranged weapon. Right now I just have this ridiculously bad bow. I don't have any learned abilities that require ranged weapons. I only have this it's just shoot, which requires energy, and then this quick shot, which requires energy, and they're both pretty much garbage. So I figured, why not just do this quest, get some experience, and then I can also get the wand and do some ranged weapon if I ever needed to do it. And my pet's lagging out here a little bit. It's in defensive stance, so it should be assisting me with attacking enemies. Anyway, I'm just letting you guys know. Ooh, what's this? No, I like what I have already. I'll keep this in my bag for later, though. The random enchant on this, the random enchant on this is good if I ever spec into Feral Druid, but for right now I'm going with a sort of rogue warrior melee hybrid build. Anyway, that's all for now. I just wanted to go show you guys what I'm up to. So after I cut away, I'm gonna run back and turn the quest in over here at the Sepulchre, and then make my way back into Hillsbrad Foothills, and I'll probably see you guys over at Terran Mill is where I'm headed next. So I'll see you guys over there. Hey everybody, I'm back here in the Sepulchre. Let's go ahead and talk to Shadow Priest Alistair. I wasn't originally going to plan showing you guys me turning this quest in, but I figured I'm already at like 95% experience, and this will definitely push me over the top. So let's go ahead and turn this in, get that rank up, get that level up, I should say, and Project Ascension, the UI, will show us all the new abilities we can use in the different specializations: Prot Pally, Feral Druid, Subtlety Rogue, Fury Warrior, and the list goes on. So every 2 levels you're going to get a whole new slew of abilities that you can spec into with your ability essences and talent essences. And we can go ahead and equip this Wand of Decay. I actually don't need these rough arrows anymore either. I don't think I'll keep it. We can also get rid of shoot and quick shot, and let's go into our general tab. There should be a shoot with our wand. Our wand, I wouldn't call it a spell, but our wand ability right here that we need to start skilling up. And actually, off screen, I should mention, I got one of the greatest weapons I could ever possibly get while leveling up with a very good random enchant. So it was a world drop. It's a green. It's this wicked spiked mace. I got this off of a Ravenclaw Dredger or Protector or whatever those mobs were called. So it's a one-handed mace. Pretty good DPS, I should say. It requires level 20, so it's about my level range. Not woefully underleveled like the daggers I have been using. So pretty good DPS, plus 4 agi, which is great for me. And on top of that, it has life stealing as a random enchant, which is pretty amazing. Now, I can't recall off the top of my head what the life stealing enchant does, but I'm gonna look it up for you guys and let you guys know when I'm over in Terran Mill. In the meantime, I can allocate my new stats I got. Just put 1 in strength, 1 in stam, 1 in agi, as we've been doing. I can go into character advancement here, go down to Arms Warrior, to the talent section, and we can max out our deep wounds. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. So we're at 3 out of 3 with this talent. So our critical strikes cause the opponent to bleed, dealing 33% of my melee weapon's average damage over 6 seconds. For any of you wondering, my crit chance is 13.38%. It should be a little higher. It's going to be about probably 15.6%. It's only low right now with my mace and my main hand, because if we go to the skill tree, if we go to weapon skills, my one-handed maces was at 0 skill. So it's up to 49 now. By the end of this episode, it should be 100%. Should be like 110 out of 110, as daggers will be as well until I level up again. So that's that. Move my cloth around in my bags. I didn't run to Hillsbrad yet to Terran Mill, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut away, and I'll meet you guys over in Terran Mill. Hey everybody! So here I am in Terran Mill. Let's go ahead and talk to High Executor Darthalia and turn in Time to Strike. This is a quest that we picked in on the way into Hillsbrad Foothills, right here at South Point Tower. There is an NPC standing guard right here, so make sure you stop there if it's your first time running through Hillsbrad Foothills. So stop here, talk to her, talk to this NPC, pick up the quest, and we can turn it into Darthalia here. So let's go ahead and turn this in, get some pretty good amount of experience and some silver. We can pick up Battle of Hillsbrad. We can go to this wanted poster here. There's two different quests. Wanted Syndicate Personnel, which we probably can't do yet. And the other is Wanted Baron Vardis. And that one we definitely can't do yet. That quest requires level 35, 40. I mean, it's a pretty high leveled quest. Inside this building here, which I guess used to be the town hall maybe of Terran Mill, is Krusk, and he's going to have the quest The Rescue here, where he wants us to go in and rescue Droll and Togthar from Durnhold Keep. We can actually probably do this quest this episode. I think Durnhold Keep's probably where I might be heading out to continue questing this episode. And Deathguard Samsa here has the quest Souvenirs of Death, which require us to kill, or not even kill, just collect 30 Hillsbrad human skulls. So that's killing at least 30 different Hillsbrad humanoid mobs. In this little house right here, we're going to want to turn in the quest Journey to Hillsbrad Foothills that we picked up in the Sepulchre. Get a nice chunk of experience and some experience, excuse me, a nice chunk of experience and some silver there. And he has a follow-up for us. Elixir of Suffering. He wants us to collect 10 gray bear tongues and some creeper ichor for him. There's an alchemy trainer next to him in that room if any of you are an alchemist. And that looks like that might be it. There's actually one more quest to pick up in town right here, and that is on this wanted poster. Not even a wanted poster, just a dangerous poster here, and it's called Dangerous, aptly named. Now this quest pairs up with Battle of Hillsbrad and Souvenirs of Death, which we will be completing over the next couple episodes, because it's going to take us a while to level up and be the correct level appropriateness for the remainder of that quest chain, that epic quest chain. The main quest chain here in Hillsbrad Foothills is pretty much killing, we're going to be killing a lot of the Hillsbrad Foothills humans, Hillsbrad Fields humans. And you're going to want to come talk to the Bat Handler here. Make sure you pick up this flight path right here if you guys have never quested in Hillsbrad Foothills or Terran Mill. And that's pretty much all we're going to do in town here. I'm going to cut away. I guess we're going to head over to Durnhold Keep and try and complete the quests The Rescue and Wanted Syndicate Personnel. But I guess before we do that, we can head over here just on the outskirts of town here. Let me see what we got going on. I think I'll do the quest Elixir of Suffering. We need to kill at least 10 gray bears and kind of saw out their tongues from out of their mouths, and then we need to kill some forest moss creepers and collect their ichor, or ichor if you will. And there's a level 20 over here trying to steal all my kills. But worry not, for we will be the ones doing the killing. And in the meantime, I still have to increase my weapon skill in one-handed maces. Now, something strange that's going on, and I don't know if this is a bug or if this is intended, but it's only showing me. What are you doing? Attack him. The skill up, like odd numbered. If you guys can kind of see here. So my mace skill is increased to 59, then it's increased to 61, 63, 65. So it's only showing me that my skill is increased every 2 skill points, which I don't know if that's a bug, as in it's skipping a point and it's giving me 2 points when in reality it should only be giving me 1 point, or I don't know if that's intended as in I'm hitting them and I'm getting the skill up. My skill point is being increased, but it's only showing it on screen for me every 2. So I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just a weird kind of design choice that the devs put into effect on this server. So if you want to come over and find Zixel here, he actually will walk from the outskirts of Alterac Mountains. I think he actually comes down to South Point, comes back up, and I think he just paths along this path right here. Or, you know, he might go from Alterac Mountains and then all the way to the outskirts of the Silver Pine Forest. But he is a neutral mob, so you can't talk to him. He is a Booty Bay goblin, and he sells a bunch of gear that you can only buy one of at any given time, but they all are on a respawn timer. So, for instance, if I buy this Nightwind belt, which I'm not going to because it's not any good. None of this stuff is any good, except maybe the patterns or the formula or the schematics. But if I buy one of these, it'll go on a cooldown timer of, I'd say, probably around 6 hours, somewhere between 4 and 6 hours, maybe even longer, like 12. So that's just an FYI if you wanted to buy any of that gear. It's not very good, but I mean, by all means, do what you want. This is, you know, you're playing on your own character. That's the whole point of the server, is to make a character exactly how you see fit. So just so you guys know, I will be finishing this quest off screen. I will continue to kill all these gray bears and however many forest moss creepers it takes to collect their creeper ichor. And I'm going to cut away, and I will meet you guys over at Durnhold Keep before we run back and turn all the quests in at the end of this episode. What up, Pam? So here we are, right outside Durnhold Keep. Let's go ahead and actually send our pet in to attack all these dudes so that we don't get the aggro here, and then we can actually now focus them on 1v1. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any abilities. Oh shit, this guy's not gonna die. I don't have any abilities or spells yet that are AoE, but I think when I level up to 23, I'll obviously have 2 ability essences, so I'll have enough to put a new or learn a new, quote unquote, learn a new ability or spell. So I'm either leaning towards an ability that uses rage, because obviously as I'm a melee build, or I'm going towards some sort of melee build, I will constantly have a lot of rage, like a high number of unused rage points. Well, so far they're unused, and obviously I want to get a buff such as Battle Shout, which only costs 10 rage, and it's a 2 minute buff. So I mean, the upkeep, I mean, is kind of high. It's not that high, but I mean 2 minutes is pretty short. But it's not like I'll be spamming that constantly. Oh shit! Please. Gonna have to focus here, so I don't want to die. But other than Battle Shout, I wanted an ability, an AoE type ability, and the best one I can think of that requires rage is Cleave, which is actually, I think, unavailable to me until level, God, is it 30? That was not the right panel I wanted to go to. No, it actually became available to me already. I'm thinking of Slam. Slam becomes available at level 30. Cleave, I think, became available to us at 20, or maybe even they lowered it. I think originally you get it at 20, but I think they lowered it, so now it's maybe 16 or 18. So in this is Durnhold Keep right here. If you guys have never been here, pretty interesting. There's a lot of lore and background that goes along with this area, but right out here, if we come up this hill here, the first sort of mob we want to focus down is this jailer Eston, or Easton, however you want to pronounce it. And he, when we loot him, is going to hold a copper or bronze key, I believe, one or the other. And actually, let's go ahead and cannibalize him. I'm going to send my pet down to get this watchman, and I'll bring him back up here, and then we can take him out right there. Cannibalizing this corpse, by the way. Let's go ahead and loot him before the corpse disappears, because that's happened to me a few times with different mobs. So we did pick up the dull iron key is the first key we're gonna want, and actually, yeah, let's just bust in through this main gate. Let me see if I can attack this shadow mage without aggroing everyone. And actually, yeah, let's go. We can, because I am good. And there's another jailer in there, Jailer Marlgan, but the first NPC, we're here to do 2 quests. First is Wanted Syndicate Personnel, and Syndicate Watchmen actually aren't part of this quest. Although they should. I know they are. I'm sorry, they are. It's Syndicate, Watchmen, and Rogues. The ones that aren't part of this quest are the Shadow Mages that I've also been killing in the meantime. But we're also here to do the quest The Rescue, which tasks us with busting into Durnhold Keep and rescuing these 2 orcs that have got themselves captured and chained up. I'm going to send my pet in here. We'll see how good the pathing is, because this area is usually pretty nonsensical. It gets pretty buggy, I should say, in terms of private servers. So if you have a pretty good, pretty well-pathed or pretty quality private server, the pathing here in Durnhold Keep might be pretty impressive as well. And so far, it doesn't seem to be too poorly scripted or too poorly pathed. So that is the 3. And so when we kill Jailer Marl again, he will also drop another key. He's going to drop the Burnished Gold Key, and we're going to use that to rescue the second orc. But the first one is still here. I haven't rescued him yet. I've just been killing all these mobs. But we're going to need the Burnished Gold Key to rescue him, and the Burnished, or the Dull Iron Key, I should say, will be used to rescue Droll. Is that the other guy's name? Yeah, rescue Droll. And he is located somewhere else on the map. I'll show you guys. I believe he's, well, he can't see it now because these little quest objectives are in the way. But we can talk to him. Get away from me, hero, or they'll put you in chains as well. Not if I kill them and steal their key. Ho! Unlike you, bruh. Get fucking good. So there, we've rescued him. Let me go ahead and feed my pet here. And I picked up, let me see what I picked up. A formula that might be pretty good. Hunting knife, that's not good at all. Just a bunch of cloth. Alright, now if you guys are also interested in another NPC here that... Oh, no. Stay there. Stay, boy. Stay. Good pupper. Good pupper. I'll pet you. You're a good boy, aren't you? Okay, there's another NPC here that that will sell gear that's on a cooldown timer. And actually, some of these are pretty good. Maybe not on this realm because we have gear that has that can come with random enchantments, but some of these pieces of gear are pretty strong. For example, these stocking pants with +6 agi and +6 stamp. I think I'll actually grab these right now. I have these war paint leggards that I picked up from a random world drop. The wolf bracers. I'm not going to pick these up, although the stats are better. I like the random enchantment that I have on this. Increases the duration of my slice and dice ability by 33%. I'm debating on picking up these stocking pants or not. I'm going to be gaining 5 agi and 2 stam in exchange for 3 strength. I think that's worth it. So I'll pick that up. I'll just sell... Actually, big bear meat I think my pet will eat. He can no longer eat wolf meat. That kind of meat is too low for his level, so we can't use that. When we equip these, I believe our attack power will stay roughly the same. I don't know if it went down or went up. It went down by 1, but my crit chance went up by a decent amount. So let's go ahead and turn that quest in there. Now I can show you guys a shortcut. Follow pet. Come on, pupper. We're blowing this popsicle stand. We're blowing this. We're getting out of this joint. We're busting out of the joint. The clink. And Droll is going to be... Where is he going to be? This Syndicate Watchman already respawned? Wow. That was pretty fast, actually. Die. Okay. We're actually probably... Whoa. Shadow Mage spawned right on top of us and started attacking us. Now, how's that for RNG? What was I talking about before? I know I was talking about before abilities that use that are AoE abilities that use rage, and the only one that I can really think of is Cleave here, which I might pick up when I level up to 23. I was also thinking about getting Execute. I can get that at 24, which technically for me would be 25, because at 23 I'm going to spend my 2 ability essences. Unless I save them, I can always save them and get Execute at 24, which would use up all my quote-unquote unused rage. I think Cleave in the long run would be better, but I'm also eyeing Consecrate, which is a Holy Paladin ability right here, and that's available for me to use. It's only 8/5 mana, so it's not too bad. 8-second cooldown, which isn't that long either, and it's dealing 111 holy damage over 8 seconds to enemies. So, you know, that's not too shabby either. I might dismiss my pet right here, and I'll let you guys know why. I'll let you in on a little secret. And this is going to actually decrease his happiness by 50 points. I don't know what the happiness points are. I don't think it really matters, TBH, to be honest with y'all. So let's jump down here, and now we can resummon our pet, and he won't be super buggy jumping down this long gap here. I might aggro the Watchman there. I did, but we can go ahead and take him out. And actually, the Shadow Mage is going to be attacking us from inside the building, which is a little strange here. But whatever. I can just continue killing her from inside the building. Easy peasy. And my pet is taking some damage. From what? Where are you bleeding? So he got torch bursted, and he's cursed with the Curse of Thorns. There's a barrel of melon juice here. I guess we can go ahead and loot that. No harm, no foul there. We picked up the spiked chain belt of the boar, which actually has a nice enchant for the mage ability Ice Barrier. So gives your Ice Barrier spell a 50% chance to freeze all enemies within 10 yards for 8 seconds when it is destroyed. That's pretty nice if you ask me. Let's go ahead and send my pet in to attack this Watchman. He might aggro the entire room. Not quite. Just a couple mobs, which isn't too bad. And actually, I believe Min Pet has a new rank I can learn. I only have rank 1 for Min Pet, which is pretty low. It's only healing for 125 health. The next rank would be 250 health over 15 seconds, and I think that's available for me to learn. I just haven't learned it yet. So if you come into the second building, this is where the other NPC is, Droll. So let's go ahead and use the Dull Iron Key that we got up on the hilltop and rescue Droll, quote-unquote rescue Droll. And now the only thing we have left to do is kill some Syndicate rogues. Now, these rogues within Durnhold Keep are a little more rare to come across than the Watchmen are. And hopefully we don't aggro too many mobs in this place as we try to escape, because the only way to get out, once you jump inside this pit, by the way, you're kind of stuck here until you can get to the other side. So hopefully you guys can handle fighting more than one mob at a time. A couple of these fights are going to be like 2 or 3 mobs at the same time. So just FYI, the only way out of here is this ladder that's up against the wall over there. That's the only way out of here. But it's not the only way in. As I showed you guys earlier, I just jumped down, so that is always an option. Curse of Thorns, what is this doing? 50% chance to take 44 to 88 damage on attack. That is absolutely brutal. That's why my pet is red right now, and that is actually a lot of damage. So let's try and come over here, wait out the rest of this curse, and then we can bust in, attack some more rogues. And actually, this isn't the only spot that Syndicate rogues are located. There is another little tower just southwestish of here, or more west than south, but yeah, west along this main road. You can come across a tower, excuse me, that has tons and tons and tons of rogues. So we're gonna actually aggro a couple mobs here. As I mentioned before, we're probably gonna be fighting more than one mob at a time. So here's a rogue and a Watchman. Some of these houses hold 1 or 2 rogues, so it's always good to check in and see where they all are. And with that, we actually looted our 30th Hillsbrad human skull. I thought that was going to take a lot longer than it actually did to complete. So yeah, we have 1 quest done. We'll have actually 2. The rescue is also done. So Souvenirs of Death, the rescue are both done. I will cut away now. I'm going to continue killing the rest of these rogues. If I can't get 6 more here in Durnhold Keep, I'll go to this tower along the road and finish killing them off there. And then when I run back to Terran Mill, I will finish killing at least 3 more bears, gray bears, and collect their tongues for the quest Elixir of Suffering. Excuse me. So I'm going to cut away, and I'll see you guys back in Terran Mill. Alrighty, everybody, we're back here in Terran Mill. Let's go ahead and turn in the first of our quests to turn in, which is Wanted Syndicate Personnel. So this was the 10 Syndicate Watchmen to kill and 10 Syndicate Rogues. We're going to get a huge chunk of experience and a decent amount of silver as well. She doesn't have any follow-ups for us yet, but let's go ahead and finish turning in the rest of these quests. We have Souvenir of Death to turn in here, and he will give us the Skull Ring, which is actually pretty nice because we don't have a second ring equipped. We only have the Bounty Hunter's Ring, so now we get +3 Stam and +3 Intellect off of this Skull Ring. Coming into the Apothecary house here, let's go ahead and turn in Elixir of Suffering to Apothecary Leiden. And that is not a good amount of experience. That's a bad amount of experience. But the follow-up will give us 3,600 points of experience, and that is give the Elixir of Suffering to Mr. Umpy here, the frog, and he says Ribbit, which yeah, okay, Ribbit. I was thinking of, oh god, you guys are gonna laugh. Ribbit is a noise. It's the correct noise a frog makes, and I was thinking, by saying ribbit, I'm like, that's not what a frog says, that's what a rabbit says. But no, that's not what a rabbit says. A rabbit doesn't say ribbit. Alright, and the following text says croak. And he falls over and fucking dies. Feels bad, man. OMG. I had no idea this was coming. I didn't want to feel these feels on tonight of all nights. Okay, so we do have a follow-up, and that is Elixir of Pain now. Oh, Tylord, the flowers are blooming in Hillsbrad, and the air is so fresh and brisk. I can't help but to wallow in the misery of it all. I look out my grimy window and long for the day when our new plague brings this world the death it deserves. Well, that's a little unsettling. So we're obviously not going to be doing this quest this episode. Next episode, we probably will be doing it because it's not red or nothing. It's not red, or it's not even orange. For goodness sake. So we can definitely do this quest next episode. It won't be too challenging at all. And would you look at that? Just by turning in all these quests, we're already halfway to 24. Isn't that insanity? I feel like we're leveling at such a high rate. So we can go ahead and turn in the rescue here. He's going to give us an option between two different pieces of chest. Two different pieces of chest gear. And obviously the male one is much better for us, but let's just compare the two just so you guys know. The Grunt Vest will give us +4 Spirit and 6 increased spell power, and the Orcish War Chain will give us +6 Strength and +3 Stamina. That's obviously the better one. We will also get, regardless of what we choose, in addition to either of these pieces of gear, we will get the recipe to make the big bear steak. But I don't know if you guys know me very well. But if you did know me very well, you would know I do not do cooking whatsoever. I feel like cooking is a waste of time in the lower levels, and you know what? I don't even keep recipes. This might trigger y'all, but I just sell all the recipes and formulas I get my dirty, grubby little hands onto. And I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I will not apologize, even though I did just apologize. I said I'm sorry, but I will not apologize. Isn't that a little contradictory? It is, isn't it? I wouldn't call it an oxymoron. I wouldn't go so far to call it an oxymoron, but it is contradictory. Now, I wanted to show you guys another amazing... yeah, you guys aren't going to believe the luck I've been having with the RNG of these random world drops. I found a dagger, a hook dagger of stamina. So it's +2 stamina. It's 10 DPS +2 stamina, and it has the random enchant of Fiery Weapon. Are you guys kidding me right now? That's insanity. I cannot believe it. That's crazy that I keep getting these weapons that have random enchants on it, and then on top of that, I get to buff them with my Flame Tongue weapon, which is a shaman skill, by the way. So let's go ahead and equip that into our offhand. So we get a little bit of a DPS boost there. We lose 3 stamina, or we lose 3 agility. I'm sorry. We make up for it with some stamina, but we did overall, I would say, lose a little DPS on that transaction. We're losing some crit chance, so our crit chance is dipping below 16%, going back down to 15. Let's just call it 15.9%. And yeah, but we can go ahead and buff that now with our Flame Tongue weapon. Instead of the +3 agi, I'm obviously getting the fiery weapon as a big bonus. Now I looked up online, obviously online, I don't know where else I could look it up. I looked up what life stealing does, and that when it procs, there's a chance for the proc, and what the proc does is it deals 30 damage and gives you 30 health points. I believe that is what life stealing does. Fiery weapon, on the other hand, when it procs, which has a whatever % chance to proc, like every 10% or something, like a 10% chance or something of the like, it will just straight up deal 40 fire damage. So that's what fiery weapon does. So it gives us a little DPS boost there, not too much, not too considerable there, but I mean it's better than nothing, you know. Fiery weapon, that's pretty funny that we would get that. Now my pet seems to not want to be able to come into this inn here. Oh, there it goes. You figured out how doors work. Good job. Good job, little pupper. You did it. Okay, so I'm going to end off this episode pretty soon here. I wanted to just go into my open character upgrades panel. Since we did level up to 23, we have 3 points of stats to allocate here. Let's just continue putting them into strength, stamina, and agility. And let's go to character advancement. I'm not entirely sure what talent I want to start putting, like what talent tree I want to start putting points into, but I do know for a fact that I'm going over to the Fury Warrior tree. I'm not waiting to get Execute. I am going to get Cleave, however. So Cleave costs 20 rage, it requires a melee weapon, and it's on the next melee attack, so it's not like an instant strike. Like Sinister Strike is an instant attack. That's not how Cleave works. Cleave is the next melee attack. But is a sweeping strike, a sweeping attack, excuse me, that does your weapon damage plus 15 to the target and his nearest ally. So we'll be hitting 2 opponents at once with this ability, as opposed to just one with Sinister Strike. But let's go ahead and learn that. I'm excited to use Cleave at level 23 here. It might be pretty close to having a new rank. I'll actually probably have to run back to Org. I'm not sure where I should set my Hearthstone here. Actually, I know where I want to set it to. Let's go ahead and set it to Terran Mill here. Make this in my home, please. Wah, 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 wah. Thanks for the Hearthstone, bruh. Alright, so at some point I will have to run back to... I'll see... A lot of times there's this thing called the Book of Ascension, which obviously I don't have of yet because I'm such a low level. And I wouldn't say it costs a lot, but it's pretty rare to get. I'm not sure how you even get them, but what it does is it creates an interactable object called the Book of Ascension, and essentially what it does is think of it like a class trainer for every single class in the game. So you click on it, and every single rank of every single spell is available in the entirety of the game is available there. So every single... What are the different classes? Like every single Assassination Rogue spell and rank is there. Beastmaster Hunter, Combat Rogue, Enhancement Shaman, Feral Druid. All the different spells and ranks for those spells are there, and you can click on it. And instead of having to run all across the world, like having to go to Thunderbluff just for a Druid trainer, having to go to Org for the different class trainers and so on and so forth, you only have to use the Book of Ascension, and you can train up all your spells there. Obviously, it's very rare to come across these. I'm not entirely sure how you even get those yet, because I'm not 60 yet. My highest level character is only like 45. But yeah, so sometimes somebody will put a Book of Ascension in Org. Otherwise, you have to run like here and there between Org and Thunderbluff. You can get all the different classes. So I'll have to do that at some point and learn new spell ranks for all of my abilities. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. I know I kind of get rambly towards the end of the episodes here, but I thank you guys for sticking it out. If you guys watched through the entire video, you aren't missing... I was gonna say you aren't missing much, but you are. You are missing some vital information that I definitely implore you guys to watch through all my videos, because it gets a little long-winded towards the end. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just rambling again. Here I go again. There I go again. Okay. And World Chat, of course, is going through the anal exercises here. Anal shockwave. Anal exorcism. Mark of the Wild. Anal. Oh, Oh, worse anal for the children. Oh, okay. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, I hope you all, please, stay classy. And peace out. Boom!